everything gaming, this demo has more accessibility added than most full-fledged games out there today. Hi, my name is Arevya and I'm a disabled and chronically ill content creator, and today we are looking at the accessibility of the games that was just shown at the Wholesome Direct 2023. This will be a mini-series split into two parts because I got sent all of 9 demos to take a look at. So big shout out to Jenny from Wholesome Games to sending me these games. That was really amazing of you. In this video we will be looking at these games, and here is also the timestamps for when I will talk about them. And if you want to know about the accessibility in one of these games, jump straight to the second part of this mini-series. Before we start, let's lay down some ground rules on how I will be looking at the accessibility in these game demos. These games are, as I said, just demos. And as many of the games says, they are still work in progress and changes is due to happen. And this was something that was obvious when playing through them all. Some of them were short and sweet and I got through them in all about 15 minutes, but the other gives me a whole hour of gameplay. Which is why it's important to understand that this is just the first view of the accessibility. Things might be added or changed as we get closer to the release of the game. My plan for today is to give you all a quick rundown of the accessibility in the game we have so far, so you can make the choice if this game is accessible or not for your needs. I will also try and give these devs some tips on what direction I wish and hope the games will take, so that more people can enjoy the masterpiece of wholesomeness you all are trying to make. So let's jump straight into it with the first game. Botany Manor. Botany Manor is a cozy exploration puzzle game set in the 19th century, developed by Balloon Studios and published by Whitethorn Games. You play as a retired botanist where you explore through this amazing manor, trying to find clues to your next scientific discovery by growing different fantastic plants in mysterious ways. This game gives off a magical feel of herbology and botany while you scurry around in this beautiful environment. And I have to say, every time I figured out how to grow a plant, it put a smile on my face. I was able to play this game both with my mouse and keyboard, but also my Xbox controller. Often when we look at accessibility in games, there are two ways of looking at it. First is to see what options the game offer its player to turn on and off to make it more accessible. The other is to look at the game's design, to see if the decision the devs have taken when designing the game makes it accessible for more people. As we already know, no game can be 100% accessible, so what we are looking for if it is catered to a bigger audience or not. Botany Manor has options seen divided into 4: graphics, camera, gameplay and audio. The graphic has the standard option, but also one thing I have not heard about before, and that is anti-aliasing. I think that is how you say it. Now please, I know it is a bit on me to not being more knowledgeable about gaming terms, but I know I also represent a lot of people playing games. We just love to play, but doesn't necessarily read up on the terminology of things in the game. Which is why a big accessibility feature for this game would to be to add some explanation on what the option actually means, as this can help the gamer to guide them into getting better experience with the settings. The same happened to me when I ended up turning the sensitivity setting in the camera way up. I ended up turning them the wrong way, making me a bit motion sick when starting the game, but I figured it out in the end. And don't worry, my motion sick besties out there, they do have smoothing also in the game, which can help you combat this problem. And when it comes to the gameplay option, here is where the chef kiss lies. Mwah. Crosshair to help you not get motion sick while playing, sprint toggle on and off so you don't need to get your hands strained, and something I have only seen this game do of all the demos I've tested, and that was single stick navigation. In other words, it lets you use only one stick to both walk and look around. This can either be toggled on and off by the shoulder trigger or just be freely used, but be wary that this can make you a bit motion sick as well. This is a really cool accessibility option, making the game easier to play one-handed, but I do miss a normal button remapping, so this is something I hope the devs will add before the game drops. And for the audio settings, they have given us sliders for music and sound effects. The gameplay itself is presented with no voiceover, everything is conveyed to you by these cute postcards. They are written in a good font, but if you do end up struggling reading or seeing the text, you can get the better text overlay that is just a white text on a black background. I sorely miss the possibility to zoom in or make the text larger, but this is something that would be easy to be added later on. I also like that I tell you what every button do on a screen for us who easily forget things like that. If you have watched me play before, you know I love a good journaling system, and this game has that as well. Easy to access, and it tells you what you need to know about each plant, but I wish the game actually told you that you could click to add clues, for that took me a good time to understand. And devs, could you add a way for us to reread the postcards, please? It will help us that struggles a bit remembering information that we have only seen once. All in all, I think this is a really cute game. You can sometimes feel a bit lost due to the lack of map, but I think that is part of the experience the dev intended for the game. It is okay though, because you never feel stressed or like you do anything wrong, or that you need to get back on track immediately. This is a game that lets you try again and again, enjoying the most wonderful scenery in your own tempo. Bubblegum Galaxy. Bubblegum Galaxy, developed and published by Smarto, is an upbeat, cute strategy building game about rebuilding the galaxy tile by tile. For me, it gave the same aesthetic vibes as Katamari or Ooblet, with its pastel colors, cheeky text and space adventure. This fun puzzle game is quite addictive and fun, though I wish it was a bit more intuitive on how you do certain things, but after some try I got the hang of it. In the start of the demo, you get a note from the developers saying that they still have a lot of work left to do, and it shows when it comes to the accessibility. There is no option to be accessed, and you can only use keyboard and mouse, no controller support. This is okay though, as every game has different time frames to when they're going to add what, but hopefully they will add more at a later point. Still, the demo is quite fun to test, and I did play it for a full hour. If I can give any tips to the dev, it would be to give us possibility to press a button to continue text, so you don't accidentally miss some important information, bigger text when the characters talk, some notion on the screen in the game showing what button use when, controller support, button remapping and different font options so things can be easier read. One good start of the accessibility feature is that there is already a journal system in the game that shows you friendship points. And this is a good start to add more things like how to play, how to use the controller and so on. Quick tips for the devs is to check out Game Accessibility Guidelines webpage for more inspo and how to add accessibility to your game. Good luck! Looking forward to see what you will come up with. Little Nemo and the Guardian of Slumberland. Which brings us to the absolutely most accessible focus game of the bunch, Little Nemo and the Guardian of Slumberland, developed and published by Soft. Because holy everything gaming, this demo has more accessibility added than most full-fledged games out there today. In this game, you are playing as little Nemo, who is exploring the dream world with toys, candy and stuffed animals in this colorful and fun Metroidvania adventure. This is a good soup of old school platforming like Aladdin and Rayman, mixed in with some Hollow Knight with a sprinkle of Super Mario Bros. 2. Every time Nemo gets a new toy, you get curious to where to go next to use your new ability. So let us start with the options, because there is a lot of them, categorized into groups, video, audio, controls, gameplay, and accessibility and location. Video settings has the standard settings, and if I might be a little picky here, please give us explanation on what the different things means. Because as in Botany Manor, I also met my arch enemy here, anti-aliasing. In the audio settings, we have sliders for full mix, sound effect, and the music. The game auto-detects which controller you have plugged in and gives you one button remapping menu for the keyboard and mouse and one for the controller, both with primary and alternative button mapping, so you can set up two different setups. Mwah! Chef kiss. This is so amazing for someone like me that needs to often change how I'm holding my hands due to my arthritis. For us who have some cognitive accessibility needs, you can turn off screen shaking, and you can also get prompt that indicates if you can carry an item that you are close by. This game also have a massive font scaling, which is so cool. Look at this. This is massive, impressive, and something that can challenge a lot of AAA games out there. They also have dyslexia-friendly font. I don't know if this is actually something that helps people, so please let me know in the comments if any of you think this is a good help or not. Last things in the option is time scaling. I did not see any need for this in the demo, but I assume they will be added in the full game. And as somebody who gets stressed and uncomfortable if I need to do platforming with too high time pressure, I love this. If I need to give one tip to what to add to the menu, please do so that if we hold the up or down button, it will scroll up and down automatically. Right now you need to do one-on-one press, and that is a bit annoying, but hey, again, now we're nitpicking. When it comes to the bubbly gameplay itself, here the devs have done some serious good decision to make the game more accessible. Nemo has the glow that makes him easy to see if you're in a dark room. Whenever you get some information from an NPC, they always repeat what they're saying to you as many times as you need, though I wish that you can find that info in your journal. Because of course this game has a journal. Duh. What I enjoy most here is that the notepad that tells you what everything is and how to use it. Big GG for adding all of this. The gameplay is though challenging. I did die to the first boss twice and there is no difficult setting. But if you die, you get sent back to your bedroom, but jump back into the bed and you are back in the last bed you slept in Slumberland. So it feels okay. The one thing I did notice while playing this game was that it sort of have a vignette or a chromatic aberration on the side of the screen, but of course the devs have thought about this as well. And the video settings, you can go and turn every filter off, making the screen so much clearer. There is sometimes a bit hard to figure out where to go in the game, but we have a map. If I want to give the devs a challenge, I would love to see the HUD and UI to get a size option, but in general, this is a massive, impressive demo. Well done, Dicesoft. And by the way, you can pet the cat and the plushies. Sticky Business. Sticky Business is a cute click and drag game made by Spellgarden Games and published by Assemble Entertainment. In this massively chill game, you are running your own cozy small business, creating stickers, packing orders, and hear your customer's story. This reminds me of a more colorful version of Potion Craft. I actually also got sent this demo to me by Catherine from Spellgarden Games, so thank you so much for that. So first to the options. The game has a setting page, but it's sadly quite small. For audio, we have main volume, music volume, and effect volume sliders. There is also this cute stream setting that gets integrated with your channel if you stream the game, and that worked for me, giving me the option to order stickers for myself. That is really cute. But sadly, the game didn't have any control support, so I had to play it with my mouse and keyboard. When it comes to gameplay, it's not that much to say when it comes to accessibility, but some things I really like is that when you package something, go back out and come back in, what you have packaged is still there. In the same way as I've said earlier, it is okay that the game don't have everything ready in a demo, but if I can give the studio some tips, it would be to add text size, show me what to push when, and when I pick up a sticker, let it be rotated in the same way of the last sticker I picked up before. The game is already quite click heavy, so being able to reduce some of the clicks would be awesome. Also, the game is time sensitive, which in this case I actually like, because it makes it sort of feel like it's moving forward. But please give us some way to slow down the time so we don't get too stressed. That is all I had for this part of the video. If you want to see more of these games, go and check out the second part of this mini-series. And remember, this is just my own views of the accessibility looked through the lens of my own illness and disability. And as we all know, no two people with disabilities are alike, and also will not their accessibility needs be. So if you have played any of the demos, do you have any other wish for the devs to add? Does this review make you want to pick up any of the games? Comment below what you think, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!